What's going on YouTube? Derek coming at you once again with a little bit of movie talk, but it's not really movie talk, it's TV talk. Sorry it's been a quick minute since I've been back with you guys. I've just had stuff going on in life. So I guess we'll cover movie talk, TV talk, all in one little video here. So let's get started off with some Birds of Prey. So there have been rumors that Birds of Prey and Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, which I think is a freaking ridiculous name for a movie. Once again, DC trying to shoehorn Harley Quinn into everything and make just DC focused around Harley Quinn, which I absolutely hate. I mean, I enjoyed the character of Harley Quinn, but trying to make everything about Harley Quinn, I just think is stupid. Kind of like how at one point DC was trying to make everything Batman. I mean, everything had to be Batman. They even tried to make the characters more like Batman, especially the Christopher Nolan Batman. They tried to make Superman more like Batman in Man of Steel, and that's just not Superman's character at all. But anyway, so back to Birds of Prey. Screw that Harley Quinn shit. So anyway, reshoots have now been confirmed, and John Wick Homer, Chad Stahelski, I guess that's how you pronounce his name, will be adding some action. So according to the Hollywood Reporter, John Wick director Chad Stahelski has been enlisted to help out Birds of Prey, and the filmmaker will reportedly oversee the second unit photography and is set to work alongside current director Captain Yan. His job will be to design and direct scenes and that's not really uncommon for second directors, to helm footage that's not exactly directed by the main director. Which, I mean, that's why blockbusters have second unit directors. So he won't be credited for his work in his company, Stunt for 8711, which has actually been working on Birds of Prey from the start. This isn't a sign that the DC Comics adaptation is in trouble. Instead, it sounds like Warner Brothers simply wanted to add a little more vein to the movie and wanted to put those scenes in the capable hands of director like Stahelski. Now, we can look forward to Birds of Prey really impressive in terms of its action and stunts, and that's obviously not a bad thing. But once again, I just really hate that they're trying to shoehorn Harley Quinn into Birds of Prey. Now, as far as I can recall, Harley Quinn has never been a member of the Birds of Prey. It's been the Huntress, it's been Black Canary, Batgirl / Orm. Why they're trying to make it out like Harley Quinn's turning straight and she's gonna team up with Birds of Prey, I honest to God have no freaking idea. Like I said, I'm starting to lose faith in DC slowly but surely. I mean, I've been a DC fan since as far as I can remember, since I started reading comics. I've been a Superman fan, and Superboy, Supergirl, and I've enjoyed reading Batman comics, and Robin, and Batgirl. I really enjoyed the Tim Drake run as Robin. That was my favorite. I really connected with Tim Drake for some reason, more so than Dick Grayson and Jason Todd. So, Tim Drake was by far my favorite Robin. So, moving on to some more DC. Krypton has apparently been cancelled after 2 seasons at Sci-Fi. They're done, hanging it up. But that's not to say that Krypton can't live on somewhere else, because Warner Brothers has their own streaming platform coming, I think, next year, which is going to be known as HBO Max, I believe. Yeah, HBO Max. So, I mean, there's hope that Krypton can live on at HBO Max, or they could even switch it over to DC Universe, which would be a nice place for a show like Krypton, obviously, to live on, because it's obviously part of the DC Universe. Now, I mean, while it's disappointed that Krypton won't be on Sci-Fi Channel, I mean, the ratings obviously, I mean, they slipped. Let's just be honest. The ratings dipped to around 50% by the time it returned this year. And Sci-Fi really relies on linear ratings to monetize a series like that. And that comes from outside studios, and to put it simply, it just really wasn't worth keeping around. And I just thought it was stupid that DC Universe canceled freaking Swamp Thing after one episode. One episode airs, and DC Universe, it was already like cutting ties with Swamp Thing. I mean, they just put that in the can, dug a big hole out in the backyard, threw the freaking can in, and was basically like, yep, we're done with this. This is finito. We're done. It's over. And Swamp Thing was probably like one of the best shows that was on DC Universe. I mean, I enjoyed Titans, and I haven't seen Doom Patrol yet, but everybody keeps raving about Doom Patrol. But I've seen some people say Doom Patrol wasn't as great as the other people are making it out. But like I said, I haven't seen it, so I can't really voice an opinion on that. What I saw when I watched Swamp Thing. I mean, that's what Swamp Thing should be. I just absolutely freaking loved that show. So then when I got the news that it was canceled after one episode and we were only getting one season, I was pissed. I mean, I wouldn't say devastated, because I mean, my life will go on, so it's not like I'm gonna dig a hole and bury myself in there. But I was disappointed that they canceled Swamp Thing after just having one episode aired. We're only gonna get one season, which is now aired its series finale. So yeah, I mean, I guess Krypton could live on at the DC Universe, but really, I think that Swamp Thing was a better show than what I saw of Krypton. So, I mean, for DC Universe to cancel Swamp Thing, but then bring in a lesser show, a lesser caliber show, in my opinion, in Krypton, is just straight up freaking ridiculous. That would make no sense at all. So, moving on outside of Warner Brothers and DC, we got a little Mortal Kombat news today. So, which I guess could tie into DC, because Makad Brooks has been cast to play Jax, and Ludi Lin will be in the movie as Liu Kang, and we have joining Ludi Lin and Makad Brooks as their respective roles. We have CC Stringer and Thor Ragnarok star Tadanobu, I guess is how you pronounce his name, Tadanobu Asano, will be playing Mylena and Raiden, respectively. So CC Stringer is Mylena, and Tadanobu Asano is Raiden. So I really don't know much about either of those actors. I do know a bit about Makad Brooks. I did watch him as Jimmy Olsen on Supergirl, and I just really thought that he was a poor choice to play Jimmy Olsen 100%, because that did not work as Jimmy Olsen. That really did not fit the character of what is Jimmy Olsen? The meek guy, kind of like Clark. I really thought that Jimmy and Clark really had a lot of similarities together. Really meek guys that really didn't stand out in a crowd. But when you have Mehcad Brooks, who was taller than the guy they cast to play Clark Kent and Superman, that just made no freaking sense whatsoever. There's no reason why Jimmy Olsen should be taller than Clark Kent. So I did not care for Mehcad Brooks as Jimmy Olsen. But I think he would stand a really good, not stand a chance, but I think that he would play Jax really well. I think he could bulk up, and I think he would do great in the role of Jax. Now, the other two, like I said, I know absolutely nothing about them, so I can't really voice an opinion. It's just a little bit of news that I'm passing along in case you might not have heard. That Cece or Sissy Stringer, I don't know, is playing Mylena, and Tadanobu Asano will be playing the role of Drake. So, what do y'all think about that? About all of this, about all this news that I'm just throwing right here in your lap and saying, hey, take it all in, let it sink in. What do you think about this stuff? Let's talk about that down in the comment section below, and just have a good old conversation. As always, I've been Derek, and you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.